What up, Mr. Kid here for another one. We working on something a little different here. Haven't put out a video in a while. We've been kind of getting the inside of the hatch taken care of. Work and kids kind of, hinder the time, but we back for something a little different, pretty cool. Couldn't really find no information on what I'm trying to do. So this one, a little bit of information on. We're gonna change to a EK steering column for the EG. I never really liked the OEM EG steering wheel. I just think it's kind of ugly. So my favorite steering wheel is the EP3. So I got one of those. So we're gonna change out to the EK steering column, and we should be good to go and give us more choices for steering wheels. You can go with the S2000, a DC5 Type R, but I like the EP3. So basically the same as the kind of RSX base, and just without the red H. So let me show you what we got. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and we moving. So we're in here. We unbolted the steering column for the EG. Basically what we're trying to accomplish here is we're just checking if the actual U joint, or the B joint they call it, fits. And well, let me show you this first. So here's my OEM steering wheel for the EG. I mean, it's cool, no big deal. It's kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of ugly to me and not really that sporty. So here is the EP3 steering wheel. It's a little smaller, as you can see. It's a little smaller, and to me it's a little bit sportier. So, and it has the H for the EP3, so I don't want to use the RSX one, or I'm not trying to spend $500-600 on a DC5 just for a red Honda on it. So yeah, man, this is my favorite steering wheel. We're gonna take the cruise control off and all that stuff, get it a little cleaned up, and yeah. So let me show you what we got going over here. So here is my EK steering column here. Let me move some stuff out of the way. Got the turn signals and everything right here for it. See if those are compatible as well. Just put those on brand new, more new. So yeah, here it is. I got it cheap, like 40 bucks for the whole thing. I got the U joint. I took it off because I'm trying to test it. Basically, if it fits onto the subframe, on the subframe steering rack and pinion, then we good to go. So here it is right here. This is the EK one, and you can see my EG one right here. It's just dangling. So we test fit this out here. We test fit this here. See if it fits, and boom. We in there like swimwear. The splines match up, so yeah, it should be an easy fix. I got the 12s that come off of here already out, off the 212s here, and then 212s here off of this bracket. You can see the bracket here. So the EG has these bolts here with no heads on them, you can see. So we're gonna Dremel those out and try to get the ignition system out so we can slap it on the EK one. And yeah, should be an easy swap so we can have a nice steering wheel. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys like it, but it's my favorite, and I'm not really into aftermarket ones. So yeah, here we go. I'm gonna get this Dremeled out, make it like a slotted screwdriver, like a slotted bolt, and we hope to just screw it out. So yeah, give me a second and I'm gonna get that going, and here we go. So I'm gonna cut those bolts, or just kind of put a line in it so I can try to take it off with a screwdriver. Nothing crazy. I got the cheapest Dremel you can get. Little carbon blade for cutting metal. So don't think you guys have to go buy some crazy stuff. We're gonna hit it right here. Boom on this one. Hit one on this side too. And then hopefully then we can get this bracket off with these little bolts with no heads. So don't go out there buying no crazy stuff. This is just a little cheap. Look at this, 200i, a little cheapy. So yeah, man, here we go. So we got the EG steering column out. I'm gonna use this here because it didn't come with, I didn't take this when I had, or didn't have it. And I got my EK one for the bracket. So we're gonna use this one here from the EG. But yeah, let me show you something real quick. This This is what I did for the bracket for the ignition here. You can see the grinds on it. Just made it so you can take them out. Just a little bolt I made them slotted screwdrivers so you can take them out. But the EK ignition, if you can check it here, has these bolts here. So I'm gonna see if I can use those ones. And then yeah, we in the business. We don't have to worry about those other bolts. We just have some actual bolts that go for the bracket. So we're gonna reuse everything. So when you do buy a steering column, make sure you get everything. Make sure you get everything out EK. So I'm gonna take these off here, and we're gonna try to put them into the bracket so we can have a bolt instead of those weird ones here. One other thing is you're gonna have to take this off of the ignition so you can fit it through this little bracket right here, because the whole ignition won't go through there. So once you take that off, there's like a little toggle in there, almost the same thing like for a TPS. So I mean, it only goes on one way, so don't worry. Couple Phillip heads and you'll be good to go. Yes sir. So we're proceeding. We're gonna keep going and try to get this in here. Okay, I did notice something right here while I was bolting it up. These brackets right here, they go into these studs here in the dash. They're a little bit farther away and don't bolt up all the way. So you're gonna have to add either some spacers, a little spacer, or some washers. I have these little spacers just laying around from a K-Tune kit that I didn't use on some stuff for the alternator bracket. So I'm just gonna go ahead and slide these in right here. Slide this in like this, and we should be good to go. One on each side here, and on this stud before you put the rack in, or a stack of washers, whatever you got, and you should be good to go. That's one thing that I ran into. You can see almost bent it a little bit, the bracket here, but it'll straighten out once I get the bolt back on, the nut back on. So yeah, just make sure you got like a little 1/4 inch, or these look like even 1/4 inch, or maybe some like 5/16, and you should be good to go. So yeah, let me get this back on and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, we got it all bolted up, everything. We ended up having to use the little cut ones that we didn't want to. Just didn't want to mess with the other ones. It felt like the nuts kind of hit the bracket, didn't go right. But here's the little spacer. You can see it's about a 1/4 inch, 5/16 spacer. So we got it in. You're not going to be able to use this EG one anymore, or your the EG blinkers and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and slap this one on here from the EK and try to get this finished up so we can see how this fits with the steering wheel. So pretty much got everything going. Wasn't too hard. The only thing I can tell is the tilt. The tilt's a little tough, but it's alright. I'm not really too worried about the tilt. So as long as I can use my EP3 steering wheel, that's what I'm happy. So yeah, let me show you real quick here. Boom. We got the EP3 steering wheel in the EP, baby. Boom, there it is. Good as gold, baby. Finally what I wanted. I've been having this set up for a long time. I just didn't have any information to kind of do it. So there it is. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, and I can try to help you out to get yours in. Yeah, just make sure you get the whole EK steering column and you'll be good to go. Yes sir. So there's one thing that tripped me out here. I was like, what the hell is wrong? But if you see this here, the wiper, it's a blinker for the right side. My hatch, of course, it's going to be different because the EK steering column that I got doesn't have a hatch that has a wiper and a sprayer. So it actually has some contacts here. If you see in this one, in the EK one that I got here, it if I show you, let me see if I can show you here. It's basically just a delete. In the white one, it doesn't have any kind of contacts or anything like that. It's actually just empty. It's actually basically just a delete. You can see there's no pins in there. So yeah, don't let that trip you out. It was tripping me out for a while, but then I thought about it and you know, I got it right. You can see this one has pins and this one doesn't. It's basically just like a delete. You can see there's no pins in there, so don't worry about that. Most likely it's just the EK. Unless you get an actual steering column from a EK hatch, you're not gonna have that, but I don't care. I don't have windshield wipers in the back or the front, so yeah. But here it is, the EP3 steering wheel and the EG. Got all of it done. We good down there. The joint, got it all bracket here. I showed you the spacer already. Man, I'm just so happy. I hated the EG steering wheel. Was so terrible. Looks so ugly compared to this one here. You can see how much more sporty this one is here. Damn. Compared to this one. But yeah, this one's out and we good to go. So yeah, get yourself an EK steering column and you can change yours too. But yeah, we out on this one. So that's it for this one. We got it done. The EK steering column and the EG. It's not as hard as it seems. There's not too much information on it. Maybe because it's not really worth it. I understand. I'm a little OCD and I don't like that EG steering wheel, so I needed to make that happen. Maybe in the future, if I can ever find, or if you're building a car and you want to change your steering wheel and you are keeping full interior, hatch wipers, you can try to find yourself a EK hatch steering column, and it'll have all the wires and be able to plug in the harness for the back windshield wipers and the little squirter mechanism for the hatch, so you can have it all intact. But yeah, I don't care about that. We got a just regular EK steering column, and yeah, that's it. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and we out.